I'm always suspicious of these things. Do they really work? Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, great. So thanks to Peg and company, and thanks to all of you for coming. I have chosen a short story to read because it's exactly 8 minutes long. But it also fits, I think, the theme tonight. It's entitled Biting Through. It was published originally in December magazine. And Biting Through, if you were familiar with the I Ching, is hexagram 21. You're ready to give birth. The baby's head slides into the birth canal, and you feel water gushing between your legs. The doctor's gray eyes show above the faded green surgical mask. Her body is wrapped like a mummy's. She says, "Push, bear down." You hear her, but refuse to obey, digging your heels into the cold metal stirrups and drawing the child back into your belly. Your mother gave birth at 42 to your brother. He weighed 9 pounds, 6 ounces, and was born with 2 teeth, biting into her brown nipples when he nursed, drawing blood. So it's a miracle for you to be giving birth at 55, hair already threaded with gray, a child of your old age. Water seeps into the white cotton sheets, causing the mattress's pattern to bleed through. It reminds you of the magic slate you played with as a child. You'd write on the transparent film, then lift it, erasing the markings. Blood mixes with water and urine, seeping into the mattress's floral designs. No protective rubber sheets in this hospital. Elbows and knees make hills and valleys of your belly. The child shifts again, feet kicking out like a swimmer, inching along the birth canal. You say, "It isn't time," and lash out at the doctor, reaching between your legs, ready to grab the baby's shoulders and drag it into the world. "No," you say. When your son was born, you knew the doctor didn't know what you were going through. He didn't understand you were being permanently altered, belly and breast stretched into new shapes, the space between narrow hips enlarged, widened and loosened, pelvis shifted. He just stood there, barking orders to you, to the nurses, while this child ripped you open. He didn't realize that giving birth is like losing yourself, and then, helpless, you watched this child grow up. A small boy wants to play aliens, cowboys, ninja mutant turtles, whatever is in that particular year. He arranges his shiny plastic figures in perfect battalions, ready to make war. Is this what you made? He crouches in the dirt with the aliens, humming to himself, immersed in the figures arranged like stars. He plots their deaths. He is not grim, but joyful. He dreams of careful mass graves, clenching the BB gun his father gave him. His fingers turn white as he pulls the trigger. When you call him in for dinner, he looks up suddenly, sees your face in the window, calls out your name as you called his, mocking your tone with pleasure. He smiles. He means it. He's yours. You're his. He leaves his men in the dirt, climbing the stairs 2 at a time. You're waiting. A young man now, he tells you about staggering across the freeway drunk, his truck in the ditch. He falls down once, twice. He dimly sees headlights coming towards him, lurches forward as a car whizzes past, rolls into dry grass on the other side. 4 policemen grab him, shove his face into dirt, drag him across the gravel on the road's edge. His shirt works its way up his body, exposing skin, rocks ripping into flesh. He resists, lashes out with the foot, tries to break free. Someone lands a punch on his face, right above the eye, and his vision blurs. He keeps his eyes closed, accepting the blows, waiting. They called me pretty boy, he says. Hey, pretty boy, we'll fix you up good. You pick up the mirror from the nightstand, look at your face, and see your son's eyes staring back, brown eyes the color of deeply brewed tea, eyes that know your every move. In those eyes you can watch the child's emergence, uterine walls heaving and palpitating, about to thrust you into the world. And what of that other birth, your own? How unfamiliar it all seemed, the thin thighs you slipped past, trembling from the strain, the sea smell of blood and urine, and the light, that awful, relentless light. It beat on you like fists after the womb's warm darkness. You felt the shock of cool air on moist skin, shrank from the hands that reached out for you, big hands with calluses on the palms, prickly hair on the fingers. The voices mixed with your mother's, subdued by twilight sleep, the noise drumming on your ears, and a male voice, a girl. You were swimming in your own water now. There were other times when you almost panicked, fearing you would drown. The day on the boat in the middle of Christina Lake, fishing, pole jerking in your hand. You looked into the water then and thought you were falling, as you fell in dreams as a child, fell forever it seemed, waking up before you hit bottom. But this lake looks bottomless. Under the water's surface, fine particles glint in the sun's light, and you know that springs, hundreds of them, feed it. You imagine letting yourself follow the fishing rod into the blackish green depths, towed by the fish struggling now for its life, the tugs more frantic as it nears the surface. You think of all those times your son came home from fishing without the fish he promised for dinner. For 2 years he bicycled to the water district lakes with his fishing pole, tackle box, and lunch. But he couldn't keep the fish he caught. They were big enough, but he wasn't. He had to let them go to ensure he'd have the same struggle the next time. This made him feel powerful to return what the waters reject. If you let yourself go and follow the fish, what would you find there? The water cool on your skin, the darkness not penetrated by sunlight, only darkness. The farther down you go, darkness and the movement of kokanee salmon and carp flashing in and out of view. It's this fear that keeps you from letting go now. The life jerking at the end of the line tugs gently and then thrashes in the amniotic fluids. You can't cut this one off, throw it back. It's the one you've been waiting for all your life, pregnant since your own birth with this other self. You don't know how long you can hold on, but you want to reel it in and refuse the gas the doctor offers. You twist your head away from the mask. She tries to place over your face, knowing this time you must stay awake and bite through the umbilical cord yourself. Fighting through. Thank you.